Puerto Vallarta airport, it's about a 30 to 40 minute drive to Secrets Bahia Mita. We could have taken a cab or a taxi, but we opted for the shuttle just because it's a little more easy and simple for us when we land. It's a little bit more expensive though. This resort location has Dreams and Secret. Dreams is the family-friendly side, and Secrets is the adult-only side. We got served some welcome champagne, and we were escorted up to the preferred club for check-in. And this is a Wednesday afternoon. It was pretty chaotic inside the preferred club check-in, and it did take a while for us to get checked in, but at least they had snacks for us.
Made it here.
So this is our room. It's a preferred club junior suite with panoramic view, and it's 2 queen beds. We wanted a 1 king bedroom, but it was not available at the time of booking, so we just kind of had to settle and book this room. So checking in here, it was kind of rough. It was busy. There was a lot of people. I don't think they gave us enough information or attention. And so gave us our keys and pretty much said that, oh, the elevator's down the hall. And this place is huge, so it's kind of confusing to get to here. And then not much information on all inclusive or the amenities or anything like that, or the restaurants. They were just kind of hurrying us along so they could check in the next. We're going to go get dinner. And so it's all inclusive. We're going to go to the French restaurant first today. This place does require there is a dress code. Pants for men.
Pants for men.
No sandals. Yeah, no flip-flops. You can do mandals.
I don't know about that.
They have to be dressy sandals. I don't know what those are. But it's French food. So dinner last night was good. Apparently that's their best restaurant, so hopefully it doesn't go downhill from here. We kind of ate at their best restaurant on the first night, except for the creme brulee. Creme brulee was soupy, but other than that, everything else was really good. So now we're gonna go get breakfast, and let's go see what breakfast is like. Where are we getting breakfast? The World Kitchen?
World Cafe or something. It's like a buffet.
Is it a buffet? Breakfast buffet?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go get breakfast. Pretty chaotic here. This is very chaotic. So there's not very clear directions on what are they serving at each station. There's some hot food stations, there's some cold food stations. It makes me almost want to do room service tomorrow. I just went with tacos because it's just easy.
That was cheap.
Yeah, honestly, not a fan of the breakfast. Kind of tempted to just get room service tomorrow morning, or maybe just get a coffee at the other place. Save the calories for the
Dinner?
For lunch and dinner. We're headed up to the Preferred Club, which is part of our room. If you have a room that includes Preferred Club access, there's an 8th floor rooftop that you can lounge around. It's a separate pool that regular guests don't get access to. We're trying to get to the 8th floor. So there are two levels of access. That there's the preferred club and then there's the normal regular access. And so preferred club is you pay extra and you have access to some of these preferred club areas like this rooftop sky bar, as well as some lounge areas throughout the property. These places to have better service because it's less crowded. They do check your room numbers, and so like each preferred club has a person that's checking room numbers to make sure you actually have preferred club access. If you have Hyatt Globalist, preferred club is complimentary. If you don't have Hyatt Globalist, then you would have to book a room and then add preferred club, or book a room that comes with preferred club. He was like, he's like, do you want sashimi too? I was like, okay, fine, I'll get sashimi. So the sushi is from a sushi stand downstairs, right below this on the 6th floor, and then right next to that is the other preferred club where they have like a bar, it's more loungy, and they have small snacks throughout the day. So we're now at the cafe that's called Coco Cafe, or something like that. It's a ice cream parlor and a cafe, both sides, and so it's both family friendly, the dream side and the secret side. And it's all-inclusive coffee, and so this is the frozen cappuccino. Ice chunks are pretty big, but it's not too sweet. It's good. So all your coffee options, and there's some frozen coffee options as well. You can add Kahlua to your coffee too. We did not do that. So our second dinner while we're here, we're going to Olio.
Olio? Yeah.
And this is supposed to be an 8-course dinner.
Three out of 5.
Yeah. I'd have to agree. It's kind of a 3 out of 5. Last night dinner was a 4 out of 5. This is a 3 out of 5. Yesterday's was their best restaurant, so it might only go downhill from here. So our room service is finally here. We ordered room service at 8:30 on the tablet, and it said that the estimated time was going to be like 40 minutes. It's definitely longer than 40 minutes. What time is it now? It's 9:51. So definitely longer than 40 minutes. But it did come. It looks good. I got the huevos rancheros. Tiffany got the American breakfast. We got a little continental breakfast set up here as well. These look all pretty good. Oh, and it's really awkward because there's really no dining table. So we're sitting on a bedside bench on the, what is this, a credenza? Or like a dresser?
Yeah,
a dresser. So we're just eating on the dresser. What do you rate the breakfast?
I say actually 3 to 3.5 out of 5.
I would say 3.5. It's a fair assessment. So now we're gonna request them to pick up the food via the tablet. So in the mornings here, there's a bunch of timeshare presentations. So you can see some of them behind me right here. They go hard on the sales in the morning. We have our coffee. We got it at Coco Cafe. Heading down to the beach today, changing things up. We're gonna hang out at the beach for a little bit. So it's a small beach, very rocky. It's less of a swimming beach, it's more of a surf beach where you just paddle out on your board and go surfing. Not very many people just kind of playing on the beach. Everybody's kind of laying in their beach chairs here along the beach. So the beach is split into two. Over here is the secret side, and then there's a volleyball court, and over there on the far side is the green side. So family friendly over there, greens, and this side is adult only, just split by the volleyball court. surfboard menu. So just randomly, like a guy pulled out a cart with a bunch of coconuts, and we got a coconut. It's branded with the Unlimited Vacation Club, so this is like the timeshare company that Hyatt partially owns. So next up is the Italian restaurant. This is also dress code enforced, so I need to wear pants. I have leather sandals, so I guess those work. I don't have to wear shoes, but Italian food tonight. What do you rate it? What do you rate it?
3.5.
3.5?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I would say the same. 3.5. Maybe a little bit more than 3.5. Maybe like a 3.7. This morning we're trying out another breakfast spot that we totally forgot about. This is the Market Cafe.
To say because they're both called World.
No, this is Market Cafe. The other ones are called World Cafe and World Market. This one is Market Cafe. So this is the Market Cafe. It's kind of loud in here, but it is on the secret side, so it's adult only. Should be a little more organized and less chaotic than the World Cafe that's over on the Dream side. So far, everything on the Dream side have been pretty disappointing. Really don't have any appetite or want to go over to the Dream side for any of the restaurants or any of their amenities over there. Strawberries, raspberries, and blueberry. Yeah. So what we've noticed here is that this seems to be a huge destination wedding spot. Every single night we've been here so far, there's been a wedding.
2 weddings.
Yeah, at least 2 weddings every night. And so you can have like the beachfront wedding, and then there's also the ones in the bigger courtyard back there. So one or the other, but like there seems like a big wedding spot for sure. Even on like a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Friday, weddings, weddings, weddings. So when you arrive here, you pull up to the driveway, and if you look right, it's the Dreams lobby, and if you look left, it's the Secrets lobby that's up one floor. It's a little confusing. The sign at the valet is kind of opposite, and so it says Dreams on the left, and then Secrets on the right, but it's actually the opposite. The Secrets lobby is up one floor, whereas the Dreams lobby is on the same floor where you get dropped off by the shuttle or your taxi or whatever. The thing about this resort is that everything's really clean. I think like all the common areas, super clean. There's like not trash anywhere. There's like, sometimes there's really like, it's very well manicured and maintained. Our room here is a junior suite with panoramic view, and it does come with preferred club access because that's what I booked. So it costs us 33,000 Hyatt points per night, a total of 132,000 Hyatt points for the 4 nights that we're staying total. We earn the Hyatt points by transferring our Chase points over to the World of Hyatt at a 1-to-1 ratio. And if you're interested in any Chase points, I'll drop my links down in the description, and using those links helps support my work. This resort is a Category C Hyatt all-inclusive hotel. If you wanted to find a standard room, it can be as low as 21,000 points a night for a standard room, which is pretty hard to find because I think a lot of the weddings book up all the standard rooms, and that's something that we didn't realize before coming here, is that this is a huge wedding destination resort. And so for the 4 nights they were here, there's a wedding almost every single night. And so I think a lot of those weddings take up those standard rooms, which is why mostly there are preferred club rooms available when it comes to award bookings or points bookings using Hyatt points. So you're more likely to find preferred club rooms that cost between 29,000 points and 37,000 points per night. Standard rooms are pretty difficult to find. Most of the rooms here come with a private plunge pool, which is really nice. My biggest concern is that how these rooms will start to age, because this resort is 3 years old and it's starting to show some of the wear and tear. And I feel like these all-inclusives get really beat up as they cycle through guests that come through here. And so curious to see how this place holds up in the next 2 to 3 years. What we found really helpful is the tablets in the room, because that has all the information about the resort, and that's also where you can order your room service as well. And the tablet was super helpful, way more helpful than any of the front desk staff that didn't give us much information about the resort. The food is always my biggest concern when it comes to this all-inclusive thing. Tried all the other different restaurants here at the resorts on the Secret side. Definitely their best restaurant is Bordeaux. There was also an Asian restaurant at a teppanyaki place that seemed really popular that we didn't get to try. The only place that requires reservation is the teppanyaki place, and the rest of the restaurants do not require reservations. We only ran into one situation where like we wanted to go to Bordeaux just to have some appetizers, and we did have to wait, and so that was the only situation where we had to wait for a restaurant. The rest of the time, we didn't have to wait for any of the restaurants. And the reason why we went to Bordeaux for an appetizer again was that Tiffany really liked the steak tartare, and that was one of our favorite dishes while we were here staying at this resort. And as for the amenities, there's plenty of places to hang out here at the resort. If the beach isn't your vibe, there are multiple pools that you can hang out at. The swimming pools closest to the beach are the ones that belong to the Secret side of the resort. The ones further back are part of the Dreams Resort. It's all blocked off by planters and big plants and stuff like that. So you won't have little kids
kids running from the dream side over to the secret side, but the pools are very close proximity and you'll hear the kids screaming and yelling, especially at the water park that's close by to some of the pools. So keep that in mind. Sometimes you'll have some overlap hearing kids and seeing kids in some of the common areas. There's also a 6th floor lap pool as well where you can hang out and lounge around. But if you have preferred club access, there's an 8th floor swimming pool that's only reserved for preferred club access members. As for the location of the resort is pretty secluded. It's about 40 minutes from the Puerto Vallarta airport. And so when you get here at the resort, you're pretty much staying here the entire time at the resort. On the weekends, they do provide some entertainment. For example, on Friday night, there's a big Mexican themed party in the plaza where they had food, they had entertainment. And on Saturday night, there was also karaoke in the plaza as well. So I can imagine like they having entertainment on like the busiest nights on the weekend. The resort is also pretty big as well. And so guests are nicely spaced out, doesn't feel crowded. The pool's never really overcrowded. There's not people fighting for beach chairs as well. And just walking around, wandering and exploring, going places to eat and things like that. We logged over 8,000 steps a day on average while we're here. So it's a pretty big resort. We may have overdid it on staying here for 4 nights because we kind of got bored when it came to like the 3rd night-ish, and so you kind of start getting bored of the food. You kind of getting started bored of walking around and just exploring. So something to keep in mind. Maybe 3 nights is perfect. 2 nights maybe too short, but 4 nights might be a little bit long. Overall, for 33,000 points for a preferred club room, I think it's kind of worth it. I mean, some of the Hyatt all-inclusives, the Hyatt brand all-inclusives are much more expensive in points. The all-inclusive Secrets and Dreams Resort, which is still under the Hyatt portfolio, I think is much more reasonably priced. 33,000 points for preferred club is not bad at all. If you're able to find a standard room at 25,000 points, then that's even a better deal. The quality of the food and the quality of the resort, I think it's there. I think it's worth the points. I just hope they're able to upkeep the quality of the food and the conditions of the rooms and the common spaces in the next 2 or 3 years, because it is a nice resort now, but I can see that it's getting kind of beat down and worn out as guests cycle through the resort here. So that's all I have for this review. Comment below if you have any questions about this resort. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one.